What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Patch G.0. I am your host, Immortal TG3, and today we got the trifecta in the house. We have G3 Tyrant and G3 Hydration. Introduce yourselves.
What's going on, everybody? G3 Tyrant. Please follow the official G3 Nexus channel for all your gaming needs, including the G.0 stuff, man. Thank you all for the support and all the love you guys have been giving us throughout the years.
What's going on, everybody? G3 Hydration, and exactly what Tyrant just said. On the bottom of your screen, you will see the G3 Nexus. Go. It's not a clickable button, but go to. There should be a link in the description. Hit the subscribe button. You'll be seeing a lot of us. Welcome.
That's right. So all y'all are already familiar with G3 Tyrant and G3 Hydration, as they cover all your TWAB needs and everything else on this channel. You're definitely going to be seeing a lot more G3 Hydration, who has now started Twitch streaming G3 Hydration. Tell me about that a little bit.
Yes, sir. We just started a couple weeks ago. We are on our way to affiliate. It is twitch.tv at G3 Hydration. We just reached 25 followers last night, so we're officially halfway. And we've checked off all the other boxes, so that's all I need left to apply for affiliate. We're on our way.
Tell them what you're streaming, bro.
Right now we're streaming a lot of Elden Ring, because people love to see the pain. And I've actually been dabbling a little bit back into some Fortnite because of the no building mode. I have to admit, it's been a lot of fun playing it with the squad.
There you go. And today in episode 2, patch 2 of G.0, we are going to be talking about a big, huge fantasy game lineup. This game is not, like I said before in the first episode, everything that we do here, nothing has been confirmed. This is all the fandom talk. And today we are going to be talking about Xbox exclusives, Xbox games, characters in Xbox games. We are going to be making our own Xbox Elite Showdown. So, with that being said, this is how this is going to work. Everybody's already conjured up a list of characters that they would put in this Xbox Elite Showdown. The reason why we're calling it Elite Showdown is because it seems like Microsoft likes the word Elite a lot.
They really do.
So
yes.
We're going to call this the Xbox Elite Showdown. I've said that a lot now, so y'all should know what it's called by now. And basically, we're going to determine what type of a game that it should be, what kind of a genre that it should be. And I believe the general consensus is everybody is in agreement that if it's Microsoft, this can't be no fighting game. This has to be what Microsoft is known to be. It's got to be some sort of shooting game. It's got to be some sort of arena game. It's got to be some sort of battle royale game. It's got to be something. So, from what I've got down...
Hell, if it doesn't have a battle royale mode right now, whoo.
That's what I'm saying. But from what I've got down right now, I got an Overwatch arena shooter. I think all three of us agreed to that consensus.
Yeah, something of that nature.
Yeah, that sounds, honestly, to me, that sounds fun.
So. with an Overwatch type of gameplay, that means there are going to be classes. That means there's going to be characters that have their own unique take in the game. Now, I don't know if everybody's written out what every individual character can and can't do. I personally have not, but if that's the route that we're going, then I can definitely just throw something in there at the top of my head. I am a game designer, so this is what I do. So, in our list, we got assault characters, defensive characters, tactical characters, and support characters. And then we added in 8 DLC characters. Now, here are the rules towards the Xbox Elite Showdown. The rules is simple. You want to keep it as Microsoft exclusive as possible. But you are not limited to Microsoft exclusives. If these characters show up in a Microsoft game, in an Xbox game, even if it's cross-plat, you can use them.
Okay. I think my list is okay.
I think my list is all right. It's just like I had to really, really try hard on the Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, it's in the first half. Not gonna lie.
That exclusivity is. I know they have a whole variety of companies and studios, but almost all of the games a good chunk of them are still multi-platform.
Yeah, a lot of them
Well,
are
the
still
at the end of the day.
The biggest problem people have with Microsoft Xbox is the lack of exclusives.
Yeah. Well, they just want everybody to be able to play the games, regardless of where you are.
Yeah, for
But they
sure.
want you to come to Game Pass because it's the best deal in Xbox. Hashtag sponsor us, Xbox.
We got you. We got you.
Now, I want to say, if the powers that be ever catch on to this video, you know, all you gotta do is shoot me an email. I'll head down to the studio and help you guys out, get that game going, bro. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's
I'd
what
love
I
to.
do.
We would absolutely love to see that
We
happen.
love to see.
We'd
We
love
love
to
to
see
see that, Justin. We love to see that. Water.
We'd
We'd
love to see that.
All right. So with that being said, this Xbox Elite Showdown, we're gonna list off our characters. We're gonna discuss our characters, why we put them where we put them. So how I want to structure this is, we'll first start with our assault characters, and once we name our assault characters, we can go into the why. Now, assault characters are basically your PvP characters. These are your characters that can hold their own. They're your killers. They're your guys going out there initiating the plays, getting the most kills, putting up points on the scoreboard. Those are your guys. So, that being said, I've talked a lot. So we're going to swing this over, and I'm going to start from my left, which is G3 Hydration. G3 Hydration, name your 6 characters. If you got the 6, name your 6 on who you would put in the Xbox Elite Showdown as your assault characters. Go for it.
Please
All
don't
right.
pick anyone on my list.
I guarantee at least this one dude has to be on somebody's list, because you can't have a shooter without the flagship man himself, Master Chief.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I think
So-
we all, I think we
Yeah,
all
we
got
all-
that one.
It might. I was like, that one might be on everybody's list, because how can you not have him in the game? I
For
mean,
sure.
it's the Chief. He is. You look at Xbox, the franchise of Xbox has been Halo, so you got to have the man. Aside from that, the next big one I would say is Doom Guy. I have Doom Guy from the Doom series. Also, arguably just as iconic as Master Chief, depending on your taste of games. Doom has been around for a very long time. So, it's been around longer than Halo.
Yep.
So, just soak that in for a moment. Next, we have some more niche ones. Well, maybe not as niche. I have War from Darksiders.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was jealous of that one.
Ooh.
I was jealous of
that's
that
tough.
one.
How did I miss
I
that?
was jealous of
Yep.
that one.
How did
Yep.
I miss that?
Hydration's got the whole cast, bro.
Oh,
When he told
damn.
me, when I pitched the idea to him about what we were doing, and he mentioned the Horsemen, I told him I'm jealous. I'm not gonna bring it up to Tyrant because I'm not gonna steal your list, but I'm jealous of it. Go ahead, Hydration.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
he's
man.
he's one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. It's War himself. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The man is a unit. I mean, he could arguably be defensive because of how tanky he is, but I just feel like at the end of the day, with all of his offensive abilities and that massive sword, he's just going to be going right in and going for the kills.
Yeah, you
So-
don't carry a big sword around just to hold your ground.
right? Next, I have from Destiny, Savathun.
Oh, you.
Okay.
But-
Okay.
Was that on your list?
Nah.
No, but like I don't know. Like I would have put Savathun probably somewhere else. Like, okay, can you tell me why Savathun?
No, let's go
I-
through. Let's
I-
go through your list. Let's go,
yeah,
and then we'll explain the
all right,
whys.
all right.
I was
Okay.
okay. Next, I have Darth Nihilus from Knights of the Old Republic 2. It was done
Wow.
by Obsidian, which is owned from Xbox.
And it wasn't exclusive back on the original Xbox.
Yeah.
You got a lot of duelists, man. Yeah, you got
So-
a lot of duelists, bro.
And then I have Phoenix from Phoenix Immortal Rising, star of a recent game. He's a demigod, and he's got a lot of arsenal at his disposal.
Okay.
That's solid.
So the reason for Savathun is because I was debating her being maybe a support character, but just because of how heavy her magic is, she has all the different supers and light classes at her disposal. She's technically a guardian now, so she can be revived by herself. So why wouldn't you have that in your front lines? And she can also like she has all of her hive power to corrupt people too, so she could even potentially bring back some of the people that she killed. I would have her on my front lines.
Okay, I like it.
There you
go.
I probably would have made her defensive, to be honest. But yeah, I like it.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, let's go. Let's swing. Let's switch gears over to G3 Tyrant. What are your 6 assault characters? Let's go for it. I think we all agree before we all repeat. I think we all agree that Master Chief is in the assault category.
Master Chief is there. Yes.
I think we all agree that the Master Chief is in the assault category.
There's no doubt about it.
So,
no doubt about it.
So we're gonna be naming 5 because everybody's got Master Chief already. All right, Tyrant, go ahead.
Okay, so for my first pick, actually, you know what's hilarious? Master Chief wasn't even one of the first picks that I got for the assault.
Okay.
I originally thought I was gonna put him in the defense slot, but I have Doomslayer from Doom Eternal. I got one that probably no one saw coming from Killer Instinct. I got G.0.
Okay.
I have the Coltrane Baby from Gears of War.
Okay.
Yes.
I also have Marcus Phoenix. You can't go anywhere without. Honestly, to me, if you talk Xbox, you got to think Halo, but you can't forget about the little brother Gears of War, Marcus Phoenix.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
And then this was just my own vanity at this point. I picked Atriox from Halo.
Okay.
Oh.
There you go.
Yo. Okay.
There you go.
So
He's
that
that
dude.
dude. He's that dude.
He's that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I hear that. All right. So next up is myself. And my list, like I said before, Chief is on everybody's assault list, so don't worry about that. I actually have James Phoenix in my assault category. That's the son of Marcus Phoenix.
Okay.
I played a lot of Horde, so I knew what James Phoenix could do, and you can translate that over. James Phoenix always seemed like the assault form of his father. So I got James Phoenix in there. I got Damon from Bleeding Edge in my assault category. Like I said before, I'm doing my best to keep it Xbox exclusive. I personally enjoyed Bleeding Edge for what it was. It was a stupid fun game. So I had a good time with it, and I thought Damon was a really cool take on the samurai modern day gimmick. So I put Damon up there. I put Fulgore from Killer Instinct in my assault category. Lore-wise and everything like that, Fulgore was the main, like, he would be the ads you'd encounter in Ultratech. So Fulgore is definitely a war machine. So I put Fulgore up there. Now we're going to swing over to Ashe from Titanfall Apex Legends. And she ain't going to be using no guns. She's going to be using her Void Katana the whole time, so she's a melee type character. And then lastly, we got Raynor from StarCraft. He's going to be on our assault category as well. Anybody that knows anything about StarCraft, Heroes of the Storm, whatever the case may be, Raynor is definitely your assault, your front line. He's got that gritty attitude as well, the cool armor, the nice guns, and he fits right in there with Master Chief and James Phoenix. So that right there is the assault category. Now, anybody got any questions for anybody's reasons as their why? Like, I got one. G.0. What's he doing in the assault category?
I put him in the assault category because, like, in all honesty, as like a melee character, he also does shoot fireballs. So I feel like with G.0, he can definitely do some damage on the front lines, control, initiate attacks. Because if you do his hurricane kick, the flying kick that he does, the wind kick, he can use that as a mobility tool as well to initiate offense. I just feel like, again, he has a lot of tools. He has the uppercut to maybe like disable characters and stuff like that. So I feel like he has a lot of utility as more of like the assault hybridish kind of character. Because I feel like with the assault class, I didn't want to keep it to just guys who have big guns, which is also kind of why I put Doomslayer there. Because in Doom Eternal, he gets a sword and a massive hammer or something like that. So I just wanted to keep it as robust as much as I could while keeping Chief, Cole, Phoenix, the traditional shooter guy.
So how do you make Master Chief, not Master Chief, how do you make Marcus Phoenix and Cole different?
I would say in terms of just like, because to me, when you talk about an absolute unit of a character, that's the Coltrane, baby. We've seen him in Gears 2 take on countless hordes of the Locusts by himself while his entire squad got wiped.
This is true, but the question is, gameplay-wise, how are these two going to be different in our Xbox Elite Showdown? How do they play differently?
I just wouldn't have Coltrane with a lot of range. I'd probably give him shotguns, SMGs, something of that nature, so he's supposed to move forward. Where Marcus Phoenix is kind of the cookie cutter, more of like assault rifles, lancers, and stuff of that nature. And then when I think about Coltrane, with abilities, when we both played Horde together, he's pushing. He's always pushing. He actually has an ability where the longer he sprints, the more momentum he gains, and he crushes through his opponents.
Yeah, that's what.
So again, that's another way he can initiate. Yeah, like he's basically the Juggernaut.
That's the gimmick I'm going with the Gears character. Like I'm just using their Horde loadouts as well.
Yeah. Where again, like with Marcus, I would probably do more of like a call-in, airship attacks and stuff like that, and just nothing too crazy. Where he's like always on the front lines and stuff like that. I think he would just initiate the attack from midway of the field instead of the front line.
Yeah, well, James, he calls in a mortar strike like Bangalore or Gibraltar, so that would be with like his ultimate ability.
So we both kind of had the same idea, but with different characters, a part of the same family. Hilariously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna. We'll revisit this question after because we'll go into the defense characters. I just had to swat something out of my way. We'll go into the defense characters now, and we're gonna start once more in the same rotation. So, Hydration, with that being said, who are your 6 characters that you got holding ground? Defense characters are the characters that you trust the most to hold the space, protect the team, protect the objective, protect the chokehold. These are your characters. Who are your people? Hydration, go for it.
First off, the man, the legend himself, Zavala from Destiny.
All right.
Okay.
I got him there as well.
Just straight up.
I would have picked Saint 14, but I feel you.
I did discuss that with myself, but at the end of the day, I was just like, I gotta pick my boy Lance Reddick.
I got him there as well. So you and I share that one.
Next, I have Candaris Ordo, aka the Mandalorian, from Knights of the Old Republic #2.
Oh, this guy is whipping out the Star Wars characters everywhere, bro. Let's go.
Oh my!
This is a Mandalorian, so we know what they can do alone. So having him in. We'll go into the discussion later, but like, yeah. Speaking of Halo,
who we got?
A hunter from Halo.
Okay.
I can definitely see
you get to play as a hunter, eh? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You got the big shield and you got your cannon.
That's an interesting choice. That's a very unique choice. That's a cool choice. I like that one.
Oh, yeah. Then we have Marcus Phoenix from Gears.
I got him there too. So you and I share that one as well.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt he like, and even when I looked him up, like he's part of like the defensive core thing itself. Like,
yeah, he's a COG official. Yeah.
Not just that, his horde mode, he is known for his defense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I have the Big Daddy from BioShock.
I was gonna throw him in.
I was gonna throw him in, but I was scared. I didn't know too much about him. Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, I had to. Like, big chunky boy. And then, I know it's a dead game now, but I don't care. The Colossus Javelin from Anthem.
Hey! Yeah!
I'm throwing her in.
That's how you do it, bro.
Let's go.
That's how you do it.
I loved Anthem. I loved it.
That's a real good one. That's a real good one.
I'm throwing it in.
That's a real good. I rate that one. That one surprised me.
I love
that
one.
and the dark. Yo, your list has some sleepers, bro.
Thank you. Yeah.
Your list got some.
I really went into some thinking on this.
That list made me sweat, bro. Holy.
The Colossal
I love that
from
list.
Anthem, bro. That is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So,
all right. Let's
I
move
miss
on
Anthem.
over.
Rip Anthem.
Tyrant. Tell me, did you share any characters on his list from defensive? No.
I don't think so. No, I didn't.
So go ahead, give us your full 6.
My list is gonna be the most wonkiest list you'll ever hear in your life.
Go for
You
it.
ready? I got the power armor from Fallout.
All right.
Oh, okay.
He's a very tanky guy,
Mm-hmm.
low mobility, a lot of big guns.
Mm-hmm.
I got Steve from Minecraft.
Okay. I'm not sure how he's gonna graphically fit into the game. Standing next to the Chief in Phoenix.
I'd love to know why he's in the defensive category, but okay.
I'll
He's for you Fortnite guys.
I got the Dragonborn from Skyrim.
Okay.
I got Baird from Gears.
All right.
Here's another one that probably none of you guys had. Jack Joyce from Quantum Break.
Ooh.
And I got Captain Price from
I got
COD.
Price there as well.
Oh.
I got Price there as well.
Captain Price. My
So,
dude.
I got Price.
Okay.
I had to like really dig into the annals of Xbox and Bethesda stuff to get some of these characters.
Alright.
You mentioned like 2 characters that I have in other categories.
Yeah.
Okay.
You bastard.
Okay.
All right. So for my defense list, I got a member of Blue Team. We got Linda.
Mm-hmm.
She's a sniper
Okay.
of Blue Team. She can hold down choke points. I've read the novels or listened to the novels. She's the best shot of her Spartan program. So Linda's definitely the sniper that would hold down areas, defend areas very well from a distance. So I got Linda there. Then I also have Marcus Phoenix for horde reasons. When Marcus Phoenix holds when he toggles against a wall, he buffs the damage from shooting from that wall. So that's definitely more defense oriented. Like if you have Marcus hugging a wall, his damage is buffed just because he's hugging that specific wall, and anybody that hugs that wall with him shares that buff. I also got Captain Price. He's up in there as well. With any of the Call of Duty characters, really, you can give them any one of those perks, those airdrops, whatever you want to give them. So those kill streaks, and they can fit anywhere, but I decided to put Price in a defensive role because he's always struck me as a commander. Speaking of commanders, we have Zavala. As Hydration already pointed out, in the opening scene of Destiny 2, Zavala already shows you why he belongs there during the Red Legion War. This guy puts up a bubble and tanks a whole armada of stuff coming his way,
missiles.
keeping his
Yeah.
entire team safe. He's a Titan, so he's got to go there. Apex Legends, I have Watson.
Wow.
Watson with her fences, she can definitely create choke points, and I was gonna pick Gibraltar,
I was about to ask.
but I
why not
have
Gibraltar?
Zavala.
Okay.
So
You right. That makes sense. They do the same thing.
So I have
You're right.
Zavala, and I feel Zavala is more iconic, and he would garner more traction, and I don't need 2 characters who can make bubbles, right?
He can also revive himself.
There's that as well. So I put Watson
I don't know if that takes place in the game, I don't think, but it's there.
I put Watson in there. She seems to be the fan, like she's a fan favorite for sure. So I feel like having her there as a defensive character would definitely bolster up the Apex Legends roster as well, because I also have Ash in my assault. And then my last character is the Phantasy Star Online 2 Hunter.
Ooh.
The Phantasy Star Online
Wow.
2 Hunter, when he times his attacks with the enemy attacks, he counters them and he heals himself at the same time. He also has a guard, a big sword, but this isn't the type of war big sword that you have in your assaults category, Hydration. This is the type of sword that will hold ground, and he's a tank. So the Hunter is designed to be a tank. You can have it in a male, female model. It's just the PSO2 Hunter. That's all. So,
Okay.
with that being said, that's my 6. And I want to start because, Tyrant, you've already had my I think you have everybody's interest with this choice. Steve, what's going on with that? Why is he
Yeah, I need
a
to know
defensive
why
character?
defensively, okay? I need to know why defensively.
My guess is that he's a Fortnite builder because of Minecraft.
No, oh, okay, yeah.
I mostly did pick him because he could build walls. But you know what? To be honest with you, I made him like a hybrid defense character because not only can he build those walls, he can cook food and give it to his allies to heal them as well. So he's kind of he's a defensive healer more so than anything
but healing
else.
also helps you hold ground, right? So you can put him in the defense category.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's an argument to be made there for sure.
So that's why I said, because like to me when I think healer, okay, I want someone who's gonna revive me, right? When I'm down, not necessarily just heal me. And I also didn't think we had any characters who can manipulate the map. I didn't think any of us would pick somebody who could do that. And I couldn't think of anyone else, because if you look at my defensive list again, like I have a lot of characters who, because even Dragonborn with his shout, I want to do a lot of CC with these characters, right? Baird, I want him to be able to engineer DBs and maybe send them out to defend choke points and stuff like that. I just kind of was just looking at my list, and I said, even with Jack, he controls time. So if you're in a vicinity, he creates a bubble where you slow down, or he can speed it up and go faster to get to certain objectives again, right? So that was just my whole thought process with defensive characters. I was just more or less thinking about objectives and how these characters could influence the battlefield without having just have a very big gun or a very big sword.
Okay. I'm behind that. And I'm just saying, hydration. You stole the list with that colossal drop.
Yeah, that colossal drop, bro. Like,
I had to throw it in.
Nothing's gonna get better than that. Nothing better than that. I'm sorry.
You know, you started off with the hunter, and you're like, oh, but the Colossus showed up.
So we're gonna switch gears, and we're gonna go into tacticals. Tacticals are your characters that use their abilities more so than others. These are characters that depend on their abilities more so. Their unique quirks about them, per se. So, tactical characters that definitely are the ones that bring a third layer to the battlefield, get a different insight on the battlefield, adds that oddball, per se. So, with that being said, your burst-like characters, your characters that depend on their abilities to get themselves across, the characters that use their abilities, use their unique characteristics to win them the fights. Hydration, who are your 6 tacticals?
Up first, we have Fury from Darksiders.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Next up, Ezio Auditore della Florenza. Assassin's Creed 2. He's got all... He's literally... He has like 4 games of him growing to like a complete master assassin. He is so well-rounded and so well-equipped. Like, I felt like I had to put him in the tactical slot. So, next, I have just your hero in general from Fable. The OG Fable. You have a lot of magic, you have a lot of weapons at your disposal, and it...
I'm sorry, can I just interrupt you for a second? I tried my best to put the Fable character somewhere, and I just couldn't do it. I had a very, very hard time, bro.
Yes. I decided tactical.
So, congrats to you.
Because of the versatility that they could do. You could range from defensive magic to healing magic to offensive magic, plus all of your weapons, the runes. Like, you have so much. Next, I have Corvo Atano from Dishonored.
Damn it. He has the same guy as me.
Oh, no way!
Oh, my God.
No way!
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's played Dishonored, he's very much an assassin character, but he also has a slew of very specific abilities. So
yeah, especially that teleport.
Yeah. Next, I have Darth Treya from Knights of the Old Republic.
This guy's pulling out the Star Wars vault, bro.
Star Wars. At this point, they're all.
She's a Darth Sith Lord, but she more so, other than Nihilus, focuses more so on all the sorcery aspects. She doesn't do the lightsaber as much. She's very much like a Palpatine kind of character. So she's more reliant on the Force, which is why I put her in tactical. And then I have Arbiter from Halo.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll come back to have a question about the Arbiter, but we're gonna switch over to.
Yeah, so do I. I want to know why.
We're gonna switch over to Tyrant. Tyrant, give us your 6.
I'm gonna preface this, but when we get to support, can I go first? Because I couldn't even come up with 6.
Okay. Yeah.
But for my tactical list, I got Ghost from COD.
Okay, we share that one.
I got Walker from Rage 2.
Okay.
Soap from COD.
Okay.
Fulgore from Killer Instinct.
Okay.
Damon,
Bleeding Edge.
Okay.
And Corvo, Dishonored 2.
All right, you got a couple questions for me, but we'll revisit that after. All
I
right.
also need to look up Leading Edge because I don't know these characters.
That game didn't do
You
too
probably
well
put
at
El
all.
Bastardo in there somewhere.
Yeah, you put him
Is it a
somewhere
fighting
in-
game or like,
It's
is it
a-
a shooter? What is it?
It's
It's
supposed
like
to be
a
a
brawler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
All right. So
Yeah,
we're
head
gonna
with your
it
list.
was very
we're
fun.
gonna go with my tactical list, and in my tactical list, my all-star character starting off is Kate from Gears of War.
Okay.
Kate's gonna go into the tactical area again. If you played Horde, you can understand her gimmicks pretty well. She can even go invisible, so that's definitely tactical for me. We got someone that featured on Tyrant's list in the defensive area, but we put him in our tactical. We got Jack Joyce from Quantum Break.
Ooh,
Damn.
nice.
Everyone's got Jack.
Jack
Holy.
is in the tactical simply because he manipulates time in so many different ways that you can literally just hide. You can make him offensively manipulate, defensively manipulated, support manipulated. So that's why he's in the tactical area. He can change the landscape with his powers. We got Ghost on this list as well for Tyrant reasons. We got another member from Blue Team, Kelly. She was the fastest of her group. She's definitely that person that can get that information that you need. She can go in and out really quickly. She's really quick on her feet. So that's definitely somebody that you want to run tactical vantage points for, reach chokeholds quickly, and set up the plays for her team. Next up, we got Orchid from Killer Instinct. She is a main operative going up against Ultra Tech. She's also she's related. Is she the sister to Jago?
Yeah, she's related.
She's the sister
to
to Jago. I picked Orchid over Jago because I feel like she has a bigger fan service for obvious reasons.
Yeah, reasons, yes. She's probably way more popular than anyone in the KI line of characters.
I'd say one of the very few ladies that are higher than her is probably Mai from KOF, for obvious reasons.
Obvious reasons.
But-
That's very unfortunate, but yeah, it
I
is
put
what
Orchid
it
up
is.
there.
Man.
When
We
I
didn't
think
make the
about
character.
her,
Don't
I
make the
think
rules.
she's not only sexy, but she's powerful. She's a badass, and she's a soldier, right? She's got all the tactical gear on her. Even in the fighting game, she chucks grenades. She can make a aura like panther to charge at you and whatnot. She can send out electric projectiles and whatnot. So we got her there. And now for somebody that I know nobody has on their list, I got Ori from Ori and the Will of the Wisp.
Mm.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
put
get
Ori
at all
in my
anyway.
tactical because once again, Ori is filled with abilities. Ori is filled with ways that they can initiate the battle, hold ground, and support. So I put Ori in my tactical.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I respect it.
I got a
it.
question. This kind of falls, I guess, for both of you.
All right.
What's up?
How would the Ghost play as a character?
So
It doesn't do anything but revive and talk.
Ghost, as in Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Okay, that's my mistake. I
There
thought
you
I was
go.
thinking Destiny.
Yeah.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
like, huh?
Ghost,
Okay,
as in Call
that
of
makes more
Duty.
sense. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
COD,
Thank
COD.
you. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? It could be argued that Ghost from Destiny could be a support character because even if he doesn't do any,
All he
even if
does
he
is
doesn't do
revive.
damage, he can enable you to do a lot of things. He can charge your tacticals for you. He can charge your ultimate for you. He can revive you. He may not do
And carry
he
more
may
ammo.
not do damage, but he could do something. That's we can discuss that a little bit later.
Okay.
You know what? Ghost is officially in my support.
There you go.
It's because you need a slot.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, I need a slot, so I got 5.
There you go.
I know you were wondering why I chose Arbiter for tactical.
It's because he can go invisible.
Yeah, why?
Partially that, but also his war experience. This dude was like a commander of an army and whatnot. Like this dude, he's also been stripped of everything, been thrown in to basically go die, and he's like the assassin that goes around doing everything because of his abilities and because of all of his knowledge. So I felt like that made him a bit more tactical than just your brunt warrior in the front lines.
Okay.
I mean, I guess you could argue Chief could be there in tactical too, because again, he's also
Nah,
seen
when you
everything.
think about
but, like,
Chief, you think about frontline shooter. Chief
That's-
has
yeah.
never been like a commander per se.
yeah,
I always looked at Arbiter as like the Covenant's deadliest secret. You know, like you didn't. If you knew he was coming, you were already dead.
which is kind of why I went with tactical. So because like
Yeah,
he
that makes a lot
focuses
of
on
sense to
his
me.
abilities to get the job done. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it.
So Tyrant, Damon, why is he there?
For the reasons that like he came off as more of the ninja type character because he does have a stealth, he has a stun. I forgot his other abilities, man. Oh my gosh,
All
I'm
he had left
blanking
was
now
his
that-
ult.
Yeah, so to me, I felt like he was more of a utility character as opposed to a assault character or defense.
Okay.
I just felt like and on top of that, like when you think of Bleeding Age, Damon's health wasn't the greatest either. Like he was a glass cannon. If you got CC'd for any reason, he's going to die.
That's true.
And when I say CC everybody, I mean crowd control. But yeah, like Damon just wasn't one of those characters who was very beefy. And if he gets in, you're dead. So that's why I was like, Damon makes a lot of sense to me to put in the tactical slot.
All right. Yeah, I feel that. We're gonna switch gears, and we're gonna go into the support category. Your support category are people that can either buff your teammates, heal your teammates, keep them in the fight, gather information that other characters cannot gather. These people provide a vital. They're the spine of your team. So with that being said, hydration, or actually Tyrant, you wanted to go first.
Thank
So
you.
we're gonna
Yeah.
do you first,
Yeah.
Tyrant. Who is your 5 support characters?
So I had Ghost from Destiny all along.
He was always there. He was there.
He was always there, I swear. I have Lifeline from Apex, which I think is very easy and obvious. I would be surprised if, honestly, Andre, if you didn't put her there. If you didn't put her there, you did that on purpose.
Okay.
I have the Healer class from PSO.
Okay. We share that.
Carl from Lemon's Gate.
I'm not sure what that is.
It was this. It's a FPS game. Hydration.
Oh,
you played it very briefly.
Yeah, the
Very
time
briefly.
warp one where you kind of, yeah.
Take turns and kill things.
Yeah,
or
that was
whatever that game
it was like you're playing
game was
4D
weird.
chess but with guns.
Yeah. But Carl, he basically gives allies bubble shields, or he can put a bubble on choke points and stuff like that. So that's pretty much why I picked him there. And my last character, Marcus Tyrese from Rise, Son of Rome.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that was a good game.
Why
That
is
was a
he a
great game.
support? Actually,
I
we'll
love that game.
cover that later. Think about your answer though, because that question's coming.
I already have it because I wrote it down. 'Cause even when I said it myself, I was like, why the hell did I put it?
So let's switch over to hydration. Hydration. Who are your soldiers that you depend to be the backbone of your operation? When you got a man down, who's the person that picks them back up?
Well, it's funny because 2 of these were actually on Tyrant's other lists. So first off, we have the Dragonborn from Skyrim.
All right.
Oh,
As a
The
support
shouts.
character. That's interesting. All right.
that's interesting. That's very interesting.
I have the Bard from Bard's Tale 1 through 3. He's a bard.
Wow. I
He
saw
buffs.
the game, but I didn't know
Yeah,
what
he,
it was.
he buffs and
I
does
was about
all
to say,
that
you got
kind
your
of stuff.
buffer, bro. You got your buffer.
All right.
We got Steve from Minecraft.
Wow, this guy.
What are the odds? What are the odds? We both went with Minecraft.
I told you he's a legit
Bro,
character.
he can do
Like,
some
Andre,
stuff.
It's a
Like,
fact.
he can do some.
Immortal. It's a
guys-
I
fact.
had to put him support. He can literally make a bunch of stuff. He can make the food. He can make traps. He can make. He can buff
weapons.
weapons.
Easy fortress stuff.
He can make a whole. He can make a whole castle just full of traps.
I don't want to hear it. Go to the next character.
All right. We got Bastilla Shan from Knights of the Old Republic 2. She's the Jedi.
You
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming.
You got from Halo 5, Jameson Locke.
Oh, Locke as a support.
Support?
Bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a lot of
Support.
questions out of me, bro.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say that.
Uh-oh.
Support?
All right,
Yeah.
all right, support, bro.
Yo,
Let him
I need an
rock, let him
explanation
rock,
after
let him
this.
rock.
Yeah.
Something just
Yeah,
came up.
yeah.
And then I have Cal Kestis from Jedi Fallen Order.
Say that again.
Cal Kestis from
Okay.
Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah.
Which
Okay.
comes with he's like a 2-for-1 because he has the robot as his backpack, which is why I put him in support, because the dude can like hack into anything. The little robot guy gets you all around, and again, a big force user. So I want them as my support.
Makes sense. Yeah.
The Jedi focuses the Jedis in general focus a lot more on the healing and the defensive aspect of stuff. So I felt like support was the better version for them.
The only thing I would say, as like with Cal Kestis, is like for me, I'm not mad at him being in the support role, but I think where I would put him is tactical, only because BD does help him get around to places and like that, and the Force. He's such an ability heavy character.
Yeah.
And I also feel like he offensively he can hold his own as well.
I feel that
because of his lightsaber skills are
I feel like
joke,
I put a couple
right?
of them here just because I think like yourself, I was struggling to get like a support kind of character.
You need to fill a roster.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have just filled them in with one of my DLC characters. Maybe you know what? Looking at my DLC character, one of them probably would have been a better pick for the initial roster, perhaps.
Yeah.
So we can make that argument, but yeah.
All right.
And as for your Jameson Locke being the support, it's because I felt like it. I just felt like he should be there. Maybe he should be DLC. I don't know, but
I probably would have made him my DLC for Assault. But I'm not mad at it. I was just like, man, what the hell is he going to do on support? That was my only.
Well, then you just look at Halo Infinite as a whole, right? Like the campaign, drop walls, threat detectors, because that's all Spartan gear. So he can technically have that.
You're right.
He could be that dude. He could be kind of the scout, I guess. I don't know. I just felt like he was comfortable being a lone soldier, but he could because of what he can do. But he's obviously super capable of helping everything because he's been part of the team. He's a leader of Osiris. Like he knows.
All right.
You're right.
How to.
You're right.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to my list, my support list. My 6 starts with the final member of Blue Team. We got Fred. Now.
This guy really.
We put Fred in there because once again, I've been reading the novels. Fred is the best spotter in his Spartan program, so he can get you intel like no other Spartan can. So I put Fred in there. An ability that I already had in mind for him is anytime he is shot, the target that shoots him is highlighted to the enemy team.
Ooh.
That's like One-Eyed Mask.
Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
Then, the reason why I don't have Lifeline is because I have Mercy from Overwatch.
See, you know what? It was right in front of me. I looked at Overwatch, and then I was just like, I don't know if I could pick characters from that, so I wasn't 100%, even though, like, it does technically fit the rules, but for some reason my brain was just like, it's PlayStation first.
Yeah, same here. I was just like, I couldn't get my mind wrapped around it, even though technically now
that's Blizzard the only reason why I picked mine, because she's Blizzard. So
that's just
Mercy's in there as a support. And another support that we got, if you don't want to follow people around and buff them and heal them like Mercy would, then you can just make a whole AoE effect and have your opponent, or have your teammates, go to those areas and empower them, heal them while they're in those positions providing cover fire. I'm talking about our main bald girl, Ikora. She is definitely going in the support category. She's that warlock that you don't mess with in the Crucible for a reason. Shax has the stories for you. Next up in support, the best intel gatherer. I had to put him there, and I will admit, I could have put somebody else, but I'm a Crypto main. So Crypto from Apex Legends is gonna go in there. I was gonna put Bloodhound, but I said, nah, I'm a Crypto main. I'm not gonna do me and the other 7. I'm not doing me and the other 7 Crypto mains dirty. We're putting them in there.
The other 7.
Doing that to them.
Yep.
So anybody who plays Apex knows why he's there as a support role. Anybody who doesn't know, Crypto is the pinnacle of information gathering. He throws a drone out that you can remote control, and this drone can give you wall hacks with anything that it sees. In Apex, the drone takes it a step further and even tells you how many squads are in your area. So you know if you can safely loot, or if you can third party, or if this is a squad versus squad type of a battle. So Crypto is information at its core. So he's definitely in the support category. My 5th character is Del from Gears of War. He's not like Baird, where he drops and summons DBs. But Del, the reason why I put him in support is because, I guess like everybody's Steve, Del can build. He is the
This guy just
he's
didn't
the
want to do it.
engineer of Gears of War. In Horde mode, he builds barricades, decoys, whatever the case may be, he's got it. So I put Del up there. And my last character is the Phantasy Star Online 2 Tetcher. The Tetcher is a healer and a buffer. So that's why I got him, her up there for those reasons. Those are my 6. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm not sure if anybody's support. Okay, well, you've already covered. You just put Locke there to put Locke there. Because that was
kind of. Yeah. My DLC support is probably much better. But
so,
yeah.
Let me ask you this, Tyrant. Rise, Son of Rome. What's going on over there?
So the reason why I picked Marcus there, is because when I think about characters that can buff teammates, I thought of why not a Roman general, who in numerous points of the game, he rallies his soldiers and stuff of that nature, right? So I figured, okay, why not allow him to build defensive prowess for his teammates, maybe even buff attacks for his teammates and stuff of that nature, but as well as like playing on maybe like kind of like a Spartan type of soldier, not like, I mean like a legit Spartan, not like a Halo Spartan, but he could debuff opponents and discourage opponents and maybe cause fear and stuff of that nature, make them not want to push him on the front line. So that's kind of where I was going with that, just more or less along the lines of like, he's more of a buff debuff kind of character.
Okay. All right. I support that. Okay, I like that. Because yeah, when you do see a Spartan soldier, they do inspire who stands with them and scares the hell out of who stands against them.
Yeah, and he's a Roman general. Like when you think of like Roman generals, you know, like we all saw Gladiator, one of the best movies ever made. So, just
yeah, I like that.
So we're gonna go into our DLCs now. DLC characters. Let's say this game, Xbox Elite Showdown, has been out for a year, and we hit a dry route. We need to make sales. We need characters that the fans will get. They will purchase these characters without a doubt. Where you categorize them is on you. It doesn't matter. You don't need like one of each category.
I did DLC. 2 of each category too.
Yeah. You don't need to do that. If you did that, then great. But if you didn't, then it's all right. These characters are designed to sell the game, to continue to have the game live on, per se. Because after a year of the same thing, you know, not just gamers, people in general, we all have short attention spans. Once it's old, it's old. We want something new. And if we don't hear from you in a year, we're switching games. So, with that being said, it doesn't matter if all these characters come out at the same time, that's on you. But these are your DLC characters. Hydration. We'll start with your first. Here's how we'll do it. We'll rotate. So everybody will name 2. So Hydration, you'll name 2. Tyrant 2. I'm 2. Then Hydration names his next 2. And we'll just do it that way.
Okay.
All right. So Hydration, name your 2.
Oryx from Destiny.
Wow.
The Taken King himself.
The Taken King himself.
This guy really wants people to play as the villains, yo. I'm just waiting for Callus or Gaul.
And Senua from Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade.
Wow, yo. You know what? I forgot Hellblade is an Xbox game.
I just didn't understand her well enough.
Big deal, like
that game.
Big cult following to that game. It's getting.
I mean, it's a really
and it's getting a sequel that it's been hella praised. So, and I haven't actually played it. I've been meaning to play it. So,
do you have them in categories or no? You just have them there. You'll let the studio decide.
I did technically put both of them in the assault category.
All right, makes sense.
Yeah,
Tyrant?
I like it. Okay, so mine is kind of like a a cheat because I couldn't pick one. So for Assassin's Creed, I picked either Bayek or Eivor from Valhalla and Bayek from Origins. I really like the Bayek character. I was also thinking about, honestly, for me, I didn't get a whole lot of like female representation in the game, so I was also thinking Amunet from Assassin's Creed Origins. So those were the characters I was gonna going with, and then Shepard from Mass Effect.
Ooh. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna make sales.
He's
making
Shepard
sales.
was right there. He was right in front of me this whole
He's
time.
making sales.
Yeah.
Damn.
So those were my two to start.
All right.
Good.
For me to start my two, these two are very popular in their games. One of them is just she can't fall from the meta no matter what, and the other one is your jokey Deadpool kind of a character, and they're both from Apex Legends. So first, for our Apex representatives, we have Wraith, the Voidwalker. Wraith will
Probably the most
Wraith
picked
is
character.
You can't play Apex without having her on your team. Wraith has an in and out, everything like that. I made her tactical, not assault, because she depends on her abilities to be as useful as she is. She is the only character in the game that can just be like, no, I don't want to take this damage, so I'm not taking it. She can phase, and she can set up portals to get characters to and fro, so I put Wraith in the tactical. And then, you can't have her without her counterpart, we got Mirage. Mirage is in there as well. He's a huge fan favorite. I feel like if Xbox Elite Showdown had a trailer, and you have this crazy cinematic going on, and then you see Wraith port around, and you're like, oh my god, Wraith is in the game, and then you see Mirage is doing whatever it is that he does, people would lose their minds. People will definitely be like, yeah. And to see Mirage in an environment where he can actually excel, because he's not that useful in the Battle Royale environment, but in an arena shooter with his abilities, he can definitely become
he'd be dangerous.
A force to be reckoned with. So those are my first two that represent the
scary.
Apex roster. So we're going to go back to Hydration. Hydration, who's your next two DLCs?
Next one, I have Strife from Darksiders.
There you go.
I have them as and then they're in tactical. That's where I put them.
Yep.
And I put Jack of Blades from Fable, also tactical.
Wow.
Right.
But you could be argued for
what,
assault.
bro. The fact that you got two Fable.
Jack of Blades was an iconic villain in one. Really cool. Lots of different powers. So.
Okay. What about you, Tyra?
Reaching for those OG Xbox fans.
So this one again is another little. This one probably would never happen in a million years, but I do have Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, he does appear in the remake. He does appear in the remake.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got Cloud. He's one of my favorite, most iconic Final Fantasy characters. And then I had to pick someone to counter Steve, so I picked the Fortnite default guy.
Default Fortnite.
That's the show. We're done. That's the show.
Yeah, all right.
Are you kidding me? Oh!
I needed to counter Steve. I was
Steve
like,
is too strong.
I need someone else.
No!
Okay. So we'll switch gears to me real quick. And who
Please
we got
save
now?
us. Save us.
Oh, don't worry. I got you. We got Tracer from Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah, iconic.
that makes sense.
Here's a big one. We got Tyrell from Diablo.
Oh, that would be freaking sweet.
That
Oh,
would be
okay.
Tyrell
awesome.
from
Yeah.
Diablo. Now,
Yeah.
Tyrell is obviously he's gonna be an assault or a tactical, but we got Tyrell up in there.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
wicked.
So,
I like that.
Trailer's going, and then all you just hear narration, and then it's just Tyrell. Like,
I like that.
there's
Yeah.
your cell.
That's cool.
There's your Blizzard cast right there.
Yeah. Seriously.
All right. So let's rotate again. Hydration. Your next two.
I got Zalabar, the Wookiee from Knights of the Old Republic 2.
wow, another Star Wars character. How do you keep getting all these
Zalabar
characters?
was great, and I have him as a defense character. He's a Wookiee.
Yeah, he's a Wookiee. He's
I mean, no, it makes sense. I ain't even hating, bro. But the fact that you actually can get
Who wouldn't want to play
again,
as a Wookiee?
I have a lot of respect
also.
for your list.
And I can't throw Chewie in there because
I'm just saying.
he hasn't been in any
Yeah, I mean,
games
he's-
technically.
yeah, I
like, I'm
think
not
he's-
going to count them.
Yeah. But again, like the fact that you even got again so many Star Wars characters, you even got Anthem somehow in there, and you got Fable. Like, bro, that's kudos to you, man. I like your list a lot.
Thank you. And another, I guess, unique one. I have the Devastator from Outriders. The
Okay.
Quake
Yeah, I
rock-based
can
class,
see it.
and they were for defense, which is why I chose the Devastator, because I was
Yep.
going with a defense build.
There you go. There you go. That works.
Yep.
That works.
I like that.
All right, Tyrant, who you got?
You know, when I look at my list, I have a lot of tactical characters. But here we go. I got Sam Fisher from Splinter
okay.
Cell
Those
and
Oh,
Solid
beautiful.
Snake.
They print money. They print.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, I thought they were obvious picks
Actually,
for
I don't
obvious
have them
reasons.
on my list at
so,
all. Yeah.
really, wow. I thought you would at least
Nah,
maybe
bro.
have Snake.
So for
Yeah, so I went with both of them.
my next two, Marcus Phoenix and James, they're outnumbered. They're outgunned, and then a DB falls from the sky. Baird appears, and of course, you got the whoa! Cole Trade's out there as well.
Cole Trade,
So
yeah.
you got your
All
Gears DLC with Baird and Cole making an appearance. So Baird for Tyrant reasons and Cole for also Tyrant reasons. So Baird is my defense and Cole is my assault.
My reasons are
Okay.
awesome.
So, but my Cole is gonna have he's gonna have something different than your Cole, Tyrant. But we'll get into that after we go through our lists here. Your last
Okay.
two, hydration, who would they be?
This first one, I didn't really give him a category, and the only reason I'm also choosing him, I know he first appeared in an N64 game. However, he was also in an Xbox 360 game. So we're going with Conker,
Conker.
the man himself.
They have
Yep.
him. They
Yep.
own him. I was about to say they
And
own
he's a
him.
rare game,
Yep.
right? So they own
Con-
him.
and
So they own him.
Who doesn't love Conker's Bad Fur Day? How many people talk about it? So I feel like
that game's
could
a
be
cult
something.
classic.
And then this one was for a support character. I have Eddie Riggs from Brutal Legends, aka Jack Black.
Oh, I haven't even seen that game or played it.
I feel like he would be a
Alright.
buffer, so I put him in support. So I believe it was an
Okay,
Xbox
makes sense.
exclusive as well.
It wasn't. I believe it was. I'm not
So.
100% sure though. But it was like that game was like in the same vein of another game that I couldn't put anywhere was the character from
Yeah.
Psychonauts.
I was
So I
looking
was
at
kinda like
Psychonauts
that game
as
was
well,
kinda in
but I
the
just
same
didn't
vein as
understand
that.
it, so I just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Looking back at my list, I feel like I didn't really go for this is what we need to sell a bunch. If so, I probably would have revised my list. I kind of just went with some more like unique characters from different things.
I still think
But
your characters
some of them
move
might,
units.
like,
Don't
I
get
mean,
me wrong.
Conquer, Jack of Blades, potentially. I mean, as a lot of Destiny fans, I feel like a lot of people love to play as Oryx too. So
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Tyrant, who you got?
My last two, I got Sergeant Johnson
Oh,
from Halo.
Yes.
I had to do it. And for my last character, one of my most favorite female characters, the Queen of Blades from StarCraft.
Oh, so you did go Blizzard. Okay, so you
Kerrigan.
did go Blizzard. That's what I was saying. Am I the only
Yeah,
person that
I
went
got
Blizzard
Kerrigan.
here?
No, because again, you know what the thing was is like even though with the Activision Blizzard thing happening, there's still so many roadblocks Microsoft is facing right now, so that deal could fall through for whatever
I
crazy
looked at
reason.
StarCraft and Diablo, and I ended up not choosing characters because I just wasn't sure if they were able to fit the lists, like arguably in a sense. But they are technically owned, so
it was a very hard decision. Yeah, it was a very hard choice.
All right.
But I mean, I picked so much COD characters. You'd think I would have just stuck
So
with them
my
anyway.
last two, I actually overdid my list. I have 9 instead of 8. So I'm
hit
just
us,
gonna
hit us with
This
it.
guy,
Hit us
yo,
with
you
it.
just
I'm gonna
floss
just say
it.
all
Just
3 of
hit
them.
him, yeah.
All right. So first off, we got the Arbiter. Arbiter's gonna be tactical,
Okay.
but he's not gonna use any guns. He's just gonna have his plasma sword. That's it.
I agree.
That's what he does. And then after that, you got a golden bullet that flies through the sky, takes out Oryx. Zavala and Ikora turn around. You got Cade 6.
Oh, my man.
Cade 6
That's-
makes his
that's
return
fire.
to the game.
All right.
And I don't care who you are, everyone has always wanted to play as Cade 6. The Destiny
I think
crew
Cade is hilarious,
going
so.
to light up when they see that their boy is not only in a game, but he's back.
Yep. Yep. For
And
sure.
then lastly, everybody's probably wondering why this guy was not on my list. And it's all, you gotta think, I'm a game designer, so I'm meant to think these things through. We need to move units. We need somebody that'll make the crowd scream with excitement and throw their wallets at any screen that they see this person appear on. We have the Doomslayer.
Yep.
The Doomslayer is the last DLC character released. I know everybody would be asking, how come they didn't put in Doomslayer? Where's Doomslayer? That anticipation. Knowing that he should be there, but he isn't there. Only to find out,
Yeah.
oh, he's coming.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to throw their wallet at that one. Everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be, I want to play as the Doomslayer. And then make this godlike team of Doomslayer, Master Chief, Marcus Phoenix. Like, bro. So I got...
The Expendables of Xbox.
Yeah, I got the Doomslayer in there. So, yeah, that's my DLC list. I think everyone's gone through their DLCs, yes?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So that's my DLC list of Xbox Elite Showdown. The I don't even know how to consider it. Just the smash of shooters, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, we did a party fighter video last week.
Yeah,
so
bro,
That's
so-
hilarious.
But
I got a question for you guys.
Go ahead.
I mean, just
What's
based technically, like, again, it's not. I guess it wouldn't be Xbox owned, but for the fact that he appears on Xbox, I can play this game right now on Xbox. Dante, Devil May Cry, DLC character,
You know, I am surprised.
or
the
or Virgil.
I am
like-
honestly. Yeah, I'm super
You
surprised
see,
Immortal
the
didn't
reason
take
why I
that
didn't
route
take
whatsoever.
that route was because what we covered in the first episode, Power Stone 3, right?
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
So I was like, all right,
yeah,
I
you're
already
right.
put
you're
them
right. But
there,
hey, man.
and I'm not gonna put them here. Although you can put, yeah, because Devil May
still
Cry,
can.
Virgil would be your assault, Dante would be your tactical.
Like,
Yeah,
they have a lot of
Nero.
versatility, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Even
and
though
they
with
would move.
Lady-
I feel like they would sell a lot. So.
They definitely would. The DMC expansion, bro. Look at that. You already
They'd
got
move units.
you already got your next DLC bundle ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, because I mean, again, it's like when we did this last week and we were talking about characters that just like sell themselves and like they just move units, right? You could obviously go, it writes itself at this point. Jill Valentine. And
Oh, I
Chris
thought you were gonna
Redfield
say Steve from
from Resident
Minecraft
Evil.
because like throwing paper, brother. Everybody sees Steve coming in. Da 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 da. Let's get him! Woo!
Why you you hate?
Hey, I put him on my team. I put him on my
I'm
team.
glad he's a launch character, not a DLC character. I'll say that.
No, everyone knows the real,
Well, but you're mad that
I-
the
Fortnite
real
guy's the
DLC character that everybody will just go to the bank and take a loan out to purchase. Sora, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
they would. They
Jesus
would.
Christ.
Sora was a big deal. I don't know what the gimmick is with Sora. I don't understand why Sora is so popular, but Sora's popular.
You're only saying that because of my Fortnite thing. You know I
I
hate
love Kingdom Hearts, and no,
I never
just-
understood what was
when-
cool about saving the Disney Kingdom, but to each their own.
Yeah, that's fine. But the reaction when he dropped in Smash.
Yeah, he.
I
like
mean,
said,
yeah, the
Sora
internet
is
just
a big
melted.
deal. I don't understand it, but I
Yeah.
understand that he is a big deal. I know that.
Throw him in.
So
You can put him in your
Yeah.
assault, or you can put him in support. And even
You can even
tactical.
put him
He
in
has a
tactical.
lot of
He can do a
abilities.
lot of
yeah,
things.
he could be.
He can do a
Yeah.
lot.
He has
of
a lot of
things. I'd put him
utility,
in
for sure.
tactical just because of how much he can do.
Yeah. Like,
You know.
yeah, especially if he can transform into one of his forms. If he can go into his that final form when he has all the just like 5 keyblades just floating around him, and he just goes in like a boss.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go into something else a little bit about this Xbox Elite Showdown. I'm not sure how much runtime we have right now.
We're at an hour 5.
Alright, so we got
we're
some
at
time
an
still.
hour
We got some
5.
time.
Yeah.
Single player. Does it exist? Co-op. Does it exist? PvE. For Xbox Elite Showdown.
Co-op.
Not every here's a problem that I had with certain games. Like Halo. Like Dissidia NT. Like Guilty Gear. Sometimes I just don't wanna try. Sometimes I just want to play the game the way a game's intended to be played. Sometimes I just want to have fun with the boys, with the girls, by myself. Sometimes I just don't want to have people in my ears asking me every second of every moment, Immortal, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god, we're losing. Sometimes I don't want to care about the win-loss. Sometimes I just want to play with my favorite characters. So, for me personally, I think a single player mode or a online PvE co-op mode would be necessary.
I like the online co-op PvE better, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna put a narrative in it. I think
Yeah.
that'd be a little too much. But I think a co-op feature of some nature needs to be in it, only to help, not only like give you a purpose to play the game. I would even say like a
That's where
horde
I'm
mode, I
going
guess you
with.
could say, or a firefight. But not only to just have fun chilling out and whatever, but to also teach you the
Exactly,
game
yeah.
and teach you the characters, right? Especially if you're looking to, like, if we're basing this business model of the game, which is a very popular
Yeah.
thing these days, is free to play, right? So it's like maybe we give the people the opportunity to, like, you give them a token on each and every single character that they can try once in the firefight mode, and they get to get a feel for it, see how they like it, and then maybe they make the full purchase of the character going into the multiplayer,
Yeah.
right? So
I also
So
feel
what
like minimum 2-player couch co-op.
2-player couch co-op, yeah.
Split screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
You got a friend
Yeah,
over?
yeah.
There's no reason you can't split the screen and you can both have some fun. Online, PvE, whatever.
I mean, that's
So,
why Halo's
yeah.
suffering.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. And as Tyrant said, a horde mode would be great, where you're just facing, like, your Master Chief fighting the Vex, your Zavala fighting the Banished, right? Like,
Yeah.
waves of enemies and whatnot, and exclusive boss characters. Like, let's say you're doing PvE and you get to wave 10, like Gears of War. I know they did every 10 waves as a boss wave. And you get to wave 10
Yeah.
and you're facing a matriarch. You get to wave 20 and you're facing the Warden that protects Cortana in Halo 4. You get to wave 30, you're facing Diablo.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the sound of that.
I like it. And I think it has its own longevity as well, especially if we tie in like rewards, like cosmetic items and outfits and
there's your
skins for
battle
weapons and
pass.
stuff like that. It does it. It
There's
really
your
does
battle
itself.
pass.
You know what I'm saying? So
right?
Yeah.
So that was my next question. Is this game free to play? Or are you purchasing this game outright and then purchasing further DLCs? I personally think that it should be free to play with a battle pass on top of it. The battle pass is the future. You want people, if you want to get a community of people who can just come in and play your game, you make it free to play, and you throw in a battle pass so you can get exclusive skins for the Master Chief, exclusive skins for Fulgor, Ash, Linda, Marcus Phoenix, Price, whatever the case. You just get these exclusives, and animations, guns. Battle Pass, I feel, would sell pretty well there, especially when you drop new DLC characters as well, right? Because when you drop the new DLC characters, and this is another thing too, unlockable characters, right? Like, these characters, they come in at launch, but you can unlock them. Just how Apex has it. You can unlock them through playing the game, or you can get in-game currency and purchase them to play them right away. The choice is
So
yours at that point.
I guess like you don't get like all the entire 6 assault characters, 6 of each, and maybe you get like 2 of each, and you have to unlock the other 4 via specific tasks. Or you have the option to fast purchase
Yeah,
them.
you can fast purchase them, or you just play the game enough to unlock them. You get, like, as you level up your battle pass, or as you level up your account, you get in-game currency that can get you the character. This gives people the incentive to play.
Yeah. Yeah, free to play plus the battle pass plus paid DLC.
Yeah.
I think there should be free DLC because everyone loves free DLC, but like bits and pieces, but like the main good stuff like the characters and whatnot should be paid DLC. Reasonably priced, obviously. But yeah, I personally think that's the best route to go. The only concern, obviously, with that is that just allows the cheaters to run more frequent because they can easily just create another account and dive right back in. But assuming you have a good anti-cheat, you should be fine. Like, obviously, a big example is Fortnite. I don't know how many cheaters they deal with on a daily basis. I don't generally hear people complaining about cheaters in that game, although I'm not necessarily in that conversation all the time. But I know that's something that Destiny has struggled with, which is why they've now forced trials into a paid expansion. If you don't have the paid expansion, you can no longer play trials. Whereas before it was free to everybody, which is why cheaters were running rampant. So that's the only problem I have with the free-to-play model, which is a shame because it's essentially the people cheating ruining it for the rest of us.
I agree.
So,
yeah. I honestly, for a lot of the reasons Hydration just listed, I would probably go pay for the game, like make it a full price title. To be honest with you, because not only do we get to not worry about account recoveries and stuff of that nature, but we also now have access to the full cast of characters off the rip. So it doesn't feel like a grind. Anyone can just pick up and go and pick their favorite character. We don't have to force feed them one character from each class, and they rotate on a weekly basis. And, I just don't want it to feel like, I'm trapped in playing this game, and once I buy my one character, I'm just not going to buy any more characters. I just want to play the one. I'm going to have a lot of fun. I want to give the player the ability to, let's say, hey man, I only like playing defensive characters, but we have too many defensive characters. Well, you know what? I really like that support. I like the guy from Rise, Son of Rome, or maybe I only play support, but the Colossus Titan, the Colossus Javelin from Anthem is really cool. So you give them the ability to venture out and try new things, test out their favorite characters, and really get a handle on the game as a complete package. And no one's really pigeonholed into playing any one particular style, right? And I would definitely, for the launch of the game, I would definitely have the battle pass included with your initial purchase. So we give you the battle pass cosmetics, because we're not going to be adding any characters in it. So all the first season 1 battle pass is just purely cosmetic outfits, gun skins, voice packages, whatever the case may be, and we just go with that, right? And then once we start transitioning into like a traditional season 2 or a chapter 2, whatever the game is looking like, now we have content like the firefight horde mode is now going to be included with the battle pass when you purchase it, and it unlocks new bosses to face, because we're going to tie some of our challenges and stuff of that nature to said boss. So if we're looking at like a Diablo theme enemy, then we're going to get Diablo themed weapons, Diablo themed armor sets for characters and stuff of that nature. So like now maybe Master Chief now has the Tyrael hood and the wings and the whole nine, right? So I just feel like in that regard, then now players are going to have to buy the battle pass. It includes the 2 new characters per season, weapon skins. It's gonna be themed.
So you wouldn't have
the whole
DLC. It would
shebang,
just be the battle pass,
right?
The new characters in the battle pass. Okay.
It would just be the battle pass.
That way you don't feel like you're
I
overcharging
would just
them,
put them in the
guess,
battle
as well.
pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're gonna do DLC characters, then with a shooter, especially like a hero shooter, I would say you would have to now start creating more maps, more incentives to like. Now we probably would have to put a narrative in the game to help move the characters, right? Because it would be a lot harder to say, okay, buy the Fortnite guy because he's just the new character. I'm gonna pass. I got Steve. I'm good, right? Now you include it in the battle pass, and it's not necessarily like, okay, now I gotta shell out $5.99 Canadian, $10.99 Canadian, and just to get one guy. Now it's like, no, you're shelling out $5.99, $10.99 Canadian for two guys, or women. I don't discriminate, and a slew of cosmetic items and features.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Because that in my opinion, like I think that's how a battle pass should work.
So then to play on your idea a little bit, you put the DLC characters in the battle pass, right? So then they'd be the last things that you can get if you decide to grind the battle pass.
I would probably put one, depending on the battle pass. If we're saying like 50 levels, 50 tiers, I'd probably say put one at tier 25 and one at 50. I guess
that depends on the popularity of the character.
Or you put the characters really early, but some of their hot items like cosmetically you put them last.
Make them the first thing you get.
So you're more incentive. Yeah, because you don't want to wait. Yeah, you don't necessarily want to wait. So when you buy the battle pass, you get the initial unlock, but you don't really get a whole lot of cosmetic items and stuff. And it's easier to theme a battle pass, especially if you tie it to your characters, right? Yeah. It's not as hard to do. So that's kind of like my thought process.
We got our PvP. We got our PvE and Horde mode. But there should be other modes in mind. Does anybody else have any other modes that they would like to see in this All-Star thing? Since we got, obviously the PvP will have a team deathmatch, maybe a capture the flag, an objective thing. So PvP, it kind of speaks for itself. Yeah. And you can throw in as many numbers as you want, 4v4, 6v6, 12v2, like you can do all that, like it's PvP.
Because we can borrow iconic modes from each game. So like if we want to say, hey, Oddball from Halo, Annex from Gears, the objective I can't remember off the top of my head
Iron
for
Banner.
Overwatch. So we can have we could put Iron Banner. Like a lot of crazy things can happen.
Here's my
next
PvE idea.
So
I have two of them from the same game. Right? So you're sitting there, you're playing, whatever. They announce a new PvE mode. And all you hear is, all right. You got yourself the Drifter, and you got yourself an Elite Gambit game.
Oh.
That would be cool. And they just pick iconic enemies from each
he has more
game.
than just the Taken now. We got Banished on the horizon.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
I'd like that.
That's
cool. That would be hella
on the
cool.
field.
That'd be pretty cool.
Bring some fire.
Bring some fire.
I would definitely like that.
That sounds fun.
I would definitely like it. Especially because before each and every single round, he goes into like a mini lore thing. So it's like dependent on the enemy. He explains the lore behind it slightly. Saying Helios, you know what I'm saying? He goes into a sphere.
Balance because you're not customizing a character. All your characters are pre-made characters.
Yeah.
So it's not like you can be like, okay, everybody put on the Darcy. Let's go to work.
Oh man,
it's not like everyone could just put on the best gun in the world and just nuke the boss down, or here comes an invader, use your supers, which would also be interesting how the invasions would work and everything. Like, I think Gambit would be really cool, and another thing that I think would be cool for 6 players to do and just to enjoy, raids. Imagine invading the Locust Palace and Queen Mira is waiting for you, or Queen Reyna, invading, let's say, an abandoned, banished territory, and you're fighting the Flood, and at the end of it is a grave mine that you have to destroy. It would be a lot of work to do, but it's Xbox. I feel they can do it, and I
mean, if they consolidate their studios, especially,
and they got the Destiny guys behind
know,
it.
okay,
Those guys can
into
make
it.
a raid, bro.
You got
Yeah,
the grave mine, and then you got Steve hitting him with the pickaxe.
You got Steve with a diamond pickaxe. I got this, guys.
Don't worry. Put the hat backwards, Ash, catch him.
Here's the thing, because in raids, it's very like you have to switch your guns depending on the encounter. But in every encounter, you have a rally flag where you can change your characters. So you're not just stuck with Master Chief the whole raid. Like let's just say, okay, guys, for this
is very important.
We need a James Phoenix. We need a Marcus Phoenix. We need a Zavala. Like, we need these characters.
Yeah.
Right? And it would also, because if the game just sticks with just PvP, you also lock out a lot of you start running into the Smash Melee problem. You have a whole bunch of characters, but really there's only 6 of them that you're going to use. Where in this mode, like, every character is viable in a sense.
Yeah, because you could
6 of y'all.
You could have PvP competitive.
And now you got
now
you can do Xbox Elite
Horde.
Showdown's world first tournament.
Yep.
Got your raid going.
I mean, it definitely, again, it's another one of those things where it writes itself, because when you really think about it, right, it's like, okay, now we have the competitive 4v4 6v6 mode. Now we have a casual firefight / horde mode. Now we have something that's for the cooperative elites of the world, right? Where it's like, okay, now we're gonna do something that we call incursions. So they're raid style type game types, right? So I think it has a lot of room for that. But because you brought up the gambit mechanic, in all honesty, I would almost say for the competitive side to make that its primary feature, because I feel like it would work really well.
I feel like it would, yeah.
I think for that kind of a style of a game, it would do really well.
The raid would be really hard to do, just because of everybody.
Its own separate DLC.
Like, the difficulty on it can't be too much, though, just because you are, like, every character has
very limited. Yeah,
exactly.
Very limited.
And you don't want to force that. Oh, I can't beat the raid
just
unless I'm these characters. Like, we don't want to create that, right? So it can't be too difficult.
For sure. I mean, you could definitely do it the way where Rainbow Six Extraction did it, right? Where you have a certain pool of characters that you're allowed to play per set, and then it's like, okay, well, from these characters, they pick, maybe let's say we pick 2 of each category. And we're like, okay, so now we only get Chief and Atrocitus for assaults. So is it even worth putting an assault character in it right now? You know what? Sorry, Atriox. Yeah. I said Atrocitus, didn't I? I'm so sorry. But
I mean, you could throw Atrocitus in there.
My mind was
an
injustice.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he wasn't.
Just saying. Yeah. DC expansion pack. Got the Red Hood in there.
But yes, so you definitely can, like, play with it and get it to a place where you can comfortably say, okay, like, this difficulty curve is maybe that's how we do the difficulty curve, because now we don't allow players to just pick from the massive pool of characters where now everyone's gonna run one meta thing. Right? They know for Diablo Phase 2, we all gotta run this one guy, or we all have to have this team in place. Now it's like, okay, we're going to limit the amount of people you can play. And you, as a team, that's the learning curve. You need to figure out how to make these characters work and be successful.
As long as you can make it work, I think it is a way to go.
So
you want it to be
Once
difficult, but not.
Once you clear an encounter, for the next encounter, you can't use the characters you used to clear.
Again, Hope you guys liked the video. Support.
I don't
Still
want to do
working
that
on
either
my
because
own
like
live
if
stream.
somebody
I have
is like dead
Hydration
set on
and
using a
Ordo
character
both
that
trying
they
to
just
help me
love
and
to
push me
play
to motivate
and they
me
only
to do
like
it.
playing that character, I don't want to
Been a little bit on
discourage
the
them from
hesitant
now
side,
playing
I
the
won't
game because
lie.
you're locked.
Yeah,
But
okay,
it is
okay,
coming.
Okay, makes sense.
And
makes
again,
sense.
just please support.
Because you know those
these-
people that like
support these
you,
brothers.
you have
They
18
work
people.
hard.
This is
And
my
yeah,
dude.
I love you guys to
This is
death.
my dude. Sorry, I'm not playing anybody else.
Yeah,
This is my dude.
for sure. Yeah, and he's not gonna pick another character.
So
I feel
yeah.
you. I feel you completely.
it is hard.
It's hard. It's really, really hard. It would definitely
Yeah,
be
it's
something that
it
would
is.
take a lot
So
of
I feel
work.
like the Gambit is a lot more achievable and definitely something. I honestly feel like it would be more unique because you can touch in from all the lore from all the different characters. So you have your Locust, like you said, you have your Banished.
Definitely.
Exactly.
It has
You
its
literally
own
get
narrative.
all these different creatures. So it's not going to be the same 3 every time. Let me tell you.
Fighting the Zerg.
Right? Like you could have all
Yeah, like,
3 races
yeah.
from that. You could have the Protoss and the Terrans. So like exactly, like I feel like that would be a much
Exactly.
easier mode to do. As much as I would say like they should have a battle royale because everything apparently needs to have a battle royale and
Just
everyone
probably
loves battle
definitely
royale.
is.
In this type of game
Yeah.
with the unique abilities, could it
Melee
still
characters
work?
Will suffer. Your melee characters will suffer in a battle royale.
Yeah.
Well, that's not necessarily true because it depends on the utility that you give them. Because, like, I mean, even with like characters like I said, like Jago, Fulgore, Damon from Bleeding Edge, like these guys have utilities that can help them get in. Right? It's just you have to give them the opportunity to do something like that. So if we were looking at something where a battle royale is key, then it's like, okay, how can melee character close the gap? Is he gonna want to close the gap? Is he gonna want to use a lot of CC abilities and disrupt characters? So in that instance, you don't want that character to have the ability to get in on you because that's their advantage. That's
Well, then how would
their
the battle
playbook,
royale
right?
necessarily work
So-
that would necessarily be different from a free-for-all mode? Because if you drop like general battle royale, you drop in, you have shields, health to require, and there's weapons of all caliber everywhere. But if we have characters from Halo, we have Minecraft Steve, we have a Killer Instinct character that's never picked up a gun. Are they just going to pick up a gun and start wielding a gun?
I was about to say, keep in mind if you do
No.
what makes a battle.
No,
royale
I don't
battle
think
royale
so.
Is there's a scavenging aspect to it as well.
Yeah, so what would we be
So-
scavenging? Like, you can't have Steve pick up an AK-47 or a sniper that Soap would, Ghost would be okay. Captain Price would be, you would see them using. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't see how it would
Yeah.
work for the scavenging aspect. You can't just put weapons in there. So then it's okay. It's based off of if we just drop in and it's everyone is just use your abilities and whatever you have on you. Again, yeah, range characters are going to have a super big super advantage over the melee characters, especially someone that has to use claws or something. And
So I
then
wanted to-
that's almost a free for all. At the end of the day, is that not just a free for all? If we're just using our abilities at the end of the day and it's last one standing wins, what's different than a free for all and then a battle royale?
I don't think this game can be a battle royale simply because of that. There's nothing to scavenge.
That's what I'm feeling too. Like as much as people might want it, I don't feel like it would work in this particular game because of all the different.
Unless you get to create your own elite, your own character. Then when he drops, assault rifle here, and it's the Master Chief assault rifle, Lancer here, katana here, and then when you pick up these weapons, you are without their ability. Well, with their abilities, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough,
When you
right?
when you pick up these weapons, you become the character, I guess, and then you can drop it to swap out to a different. Like you can pick up the Mercy's wand, and now you have Mercy's abilities at your disposal.
Can you
That's
have
a lot
multiple?
of-
Can I toggle through? I have an assault rifle now, Master Chief. I hit the RB button. Now I'm Mercy. Like,
Yeah.
just because I swapped weapons.
I just think the way me personally, I think I would go about it is every character specifically has a different stat distribution depending on what they can and cannot do. I wouldn't make every character universally the same in terms of like stats, like health, shields, mobility stats and stuff of that nature, I would actually change that around. And for the scavenging aspect, I would probably have items in place that would either improve said weaknesses like shields, move speeds, damage, and all this other stuff, and maybe have added effects to some of the moves or abilities, right? So it's like maybe we have Master Chief's frag grenade, and then he can it's a regular frag grenade, right? And then if he can scavenge around and he can find different buffs for his frags, now maybe it's a sticky. Maybe now it's a spike grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
So
know, man.
I would probably drive the items to be more character specific. I'm not saying that in the chest it's going to be like, hey, this is a Spartan thing, I can't pick it up or whatever. What I am saying is, if you see an item, it's going to be a universal buff type item, and that whatever character picks it up, it dictates what the item will do to buff the character. I wouldn't even say that it's something that's just like, okay, well, I open the chest and all I see is trash for Master Chief or Atriox, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's like it's an item that you can pick up. It's tangible for just about any of the characters in the game, and it'll affect your character in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just feel like a battle royale would be out of place for this game.
I do too.
Oh, I agree.
I do too.
I wouldn't put a battle right. I'm just saying if we were trying to make the idea work.
Yeah.
We're gonna G.0 it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
If we were gonna try and make this work, I think that's probably the best way to go about doing it. And even then, I still think it wouldn't work. I don't even think it belongs in the game. To be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I already like the idea. I already like the Team Slayer idea and the escalation from Gears of War and the objective from Overwatch, Gambit from Destiny, Iron Banner from like I already like those ideas.
And we have a slew of modes that we can borrow.
Yeah.
So like,
That's what I'm saying. Unfortunately, we can't take Apex's Battle Royale for obvious reasons.
yeah, it just wouldn't work. Maybe Apex's control mode, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But then you have Gears of War, right? And they're
Yeah, but I mean, the control mode would be like maybe like
an
8
Iron
versus
Banner.
8. Yeah, but it's on a bigger map, 8 versus 8. I don't know.
I guess. So, that being said, we've covered the characters that are going on the roster. We've covered the game modes. We've covered how we were gonna sell this. We've been running on for a while now, and I think we've got every corner that we could look at in terms of the Xbox Elite Showdown. So we are going to wrap it up here. And before we reach our conclusions and everything like that, is there anything anybody wants to add? The floor is yours right now. Tyrant.
Just again, hope you guys liked the video. Support. I'm still working on my own live stream. I have Hydration and Immortal both trying to help me and push me to motivate me to do it. I've been a little bit on the hesitant side, I won't lie, but it is coming. And again, just please support these brothers. They work hard, and yeah, I love you guys to death.
Hydration.
Yeah. Go down. You see the Nexus logo at the bottom. Make sure you guys subscribe on the G3 Nexus on YouTube. And if you're so keen, feel free to drop in on Twitch, G3 Hydration, and hit me with a follow. It is free, and I really appreciate it. And this is the first patch G.0 that I've been on, and you'll probably see me in a few others.
That being said, speaking on the word free, I got something to ask all of you guys to do, and it is free to do. If you like this video, please like the video. It helps us combat the YouTube algorithm. It gets us up there. It shows us that you guys are enjoying this content and you want to see more of patch G.0. In the comments down below, it's free to type in whatever you want to type in. If there's anything you want to discuss for the hot fixes or whatever, you want to add characters to the Elite Showdown. Where's there somebody that all three of us missed that you know? Put that down in the comments down below, and we'll definitely be able to shout you out. And if you have your own fantasy lists, we will put that in the hot fix updates, and we will give you guys a shout out. We'll get your lists out there in the video. Share this with like-minded people. Share this with people who do not have like minds. But share this around. Again, it gets us out there. It helps the video. It helps us. And it definitely motivates all of us on the G3 brand to push forward more patch G.0. There's going to be more than myself, Tyrant, Hydration. There's definitely going to be more of the G3 Nexus crew that you will be seeing in the future covering patch G.0s. If there is a game that you want to get the G.0 treatment, put that down in the comments below, and we'll make sure that we cover that topic for you. I'm Immortal TG, that's G3 Tyrant, that's G3 Hydration. We thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next patch. Take it easy.